Coffee is one of those little things that has the power to slow us down. Whether it's enjoying a quiet moment by ourselves, catching up with a friend, or welcoming our family after dinner, a simple cup of coffee can become something much more meaningful. Today, I'm sharing 3 easy ways to elevate your everyday coffee and create moments that feel just a little more special. Welcome to Creating Happiness with Jocelyn. I'm Jocelyn, and I'm so thankful that you're spending a little bit of your time with me today. Coffee is something that brings me a lot of happiness. Now, I really enjoy my everyday drip cup of coffee. It really hits the spot, especially when it's pre-programmed, so it's ready when I wake up. But something I'm learning about happiness is that you have to slow down and savor those moments that make you happy. And so I was thinking about what are some ways with my coffee I can do that. And so I wanted to introduce a French press to you if you haven't already met one. French presses are really easy to make. They're about a minute to prepare, 4 minutes to brew, and you have an amazing cup of coffee. But there's something about preparing it that's kind of meditative and really lets me start my day in a slow way versus a drip coffee, which really does feel like you're running out the door and getting your day going. So when I think about savoring, it's really about being present, both physically and mentally, and just being in the moment and letting yourself have just more time in those moments. And so for me, I think starting your day off with a French press, read a book, put on some music, light a candle, even if it's just 10 or 15 more minutes with your coffee that you normally would spend. Do that, because I feel like 10 or 15 minutes more of happiness every day in the long run will feel amazing. So this is step 1 of today's video, and I hope in the next part of this video I'll help you elevate how you're doing coffee when your friends come over. Cheers. All right, welcome to my at-home cafe here. We started the video by showing you a quick way that you can elevate your everyday coffee and really turn it into a ritual that makes you slow down a little bit and give yourself a little bit of self-care in the form of a really nice cup of coffee. Now I want to show you how you can make handcrafted beverages at home without an espresso machine. Now this is more than just how do I make a coffee, but more around how do I create little moments, little gifts that make people feel a little bit of surprise and feel a little bit more special when they come over to your home. Now, it's not just exclusive for when people come over. I think this would be a really great thing for you to do for yourself to make your weekend coffee a little bit more unique, a little bit more fun. I also think it's a really nice way to share something different with your friends. One of the things I love doing is having people come over and just having a chat. And this is one of the nice ways, like instead of just a drip coffee and just have a pot on the table, you can make something special and customized for each person that comes over. So I think this is a really easy way for you to be able to do that. Now, not everyone has an espresso maker. Espresso machines can be pretty pricey. So today I'm going to show you how you can make handcrafted beverages using a moka pot and a frother. Now, these are much more affordable. And I do want to acknowledge that a moka pot, while it makes a really intense, concentrated cup of coffee, it's not exactly an espresso. So the main differences are espressos are a bit more like caramelly sweet. This is more of a bittersweet flavor of coffee. So while it's not exactly the same, when you're mixing it to make a handcrafted beverage, no one's gonna know the difference. So I'm gonna walk you through first how a moka pot works, and then I'm gonna show you how to brew one. So now it's time to actually get our moka pot set up for brewing. So a moka pot actually brews on your stove top. If you haven't seen a moka pot before, there's actually 3 components. So there's a top chamber, there's your filter, and then there's your bottom chamber. So I'm gonna prepare our coffee and walk you through each part of it. So in your bottom chamber, you're gonna fill it with pre-boiled water. So this is water that's already warm or hot. So as you fill the bottom chamber, you want to make sure that you don't go past this little knob here. Okay. The next thing you want to do is actually fill your filter with coffee. So you'll fill it to the top without tamping or pressing it. You want the grounds to be pretty loose in here. We're using a medium ground coffee. So something that looks a little like salt or sugar is the type of grind that you're looking for. And then you just want to make sure you clear off the grinds from the top. So I'm going to add my coffee here. I love making coffee for people. There's something very therapeutic about coffee. Perfect. All right, so now I have a pretty level amount of coffee in there. So now that those two pieces are together, I'm now gonna screw the top. So nothing actually goes in here. Through the magic of brewing, your completed coffee will actually end up in this portion of the brewer. So now I'm just gonna twist this. Can you imagine, like, that's it? We're just gonna put this on our stovetop and we're gonna have something that maybe isn't exactly espresso, but is gonna be very close to it. I think that's pretty impressive. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my burner and get it going. You'll put it on a medium heat and then you'll let it cook for a bit. I'm gonna go also get our next step ready, which is actually preparing our milk. Okay, so our moka pot is on the stove now and it's brewing away. It should take about 10 minutes for it to finish brewing, and I thought that we could move on to the second step of making handcrafted espresso beverages, and that's the milk part. So you do need a frother. So these frothers, you'll find them in a ton of places. They're not very expensive. You can use them in both hot and cold drinks. So while my coffee's brewing, I'm actually gonna put a pot of milk on. Today I'm using 2%, but you can use whatever milk that you like. And then once the milk is at about 150, 160 degrees, I'll take it off the burner and then I can start frothing my milk. You wanna make sure that you don't scald your milk. So anything that gets to 180 plus, you'll start getting some of that burnt milk flavor, and we wanna make sure that we don't get to that point. So let me go get my milk and I'll show you how you can froth up your milk. Today we're gonna learn how to make a couple of basic espresso drinks. So we'll make a latte, a cappuccino, and then we'll make a mocha because everyone loves a little bit of chocolate. And the main difference actually between a latte and a cappuccino is the frothing. So I'll be right back with the milk. All right, so you can see I have my hot milk here and I'm gonna start frothing. So for a latte, you're looking for about 1/4 inch of foam. So I'm gonna immerse my frother and here we go. You don't really need a milk steaming pitcher like I have here. I do have an espresso maker, and so I use this pitcher there. Okay, my coffee's done brewing and we're ready to get going here. So you can see it's piping hot. It smells so good. It's all the coffee's now in the top section and it's definitely got a dark, deep color to it, which is really nice. We've got our froth milk, so it's time to make our first drink. So the first thing we're gonna learn how to make is an espresso macchiato. Espresso macchiatos are really easy. Also, a lot of people like to have something small just to sort of finish off their meal. And they may not want like a whole cup of coffee. So this is a perfect option for those kind of people. So we're gonna go ahead and pour our coffee. You can see it's really hot. I love seeing the steam come off coffee. It looks beautiful. Okay, when you froth milk, it actually separates if you don't use it right away, which for our purposes is perfect because espresso macchiato is actually espresso marked with foam. Macchiato actually means marked. So we're just gonna put a couple of dollops of foam just on top. And that's it. You've made your first handcrafted beverage. How easy was that?
Now that you know how to make an espresso macchiato, it's time to learn how to make 3 other classic handcrafted beverages. Drink number 1, cafe latte. Start with about 2 ounces of espresso. Then take your steamed milk and fill it to about 1/4 inch below the rim of your glass. Now grab a spoon and push out the foam so that your drink is full. Cappuccino. Start with about 2 ounces of espresso again. This time, with your froth milk, you're going to want to push the foam and the milk at the same time into your cup until it's full. And that's it. Cafe mocha. Starting with 2 ounces of espresso again. This time, we're going to want to steam chocolate milk. We'll fill our cup to about 1/4 of an inch from the top of the glass. We want to make sure that we leave room for whipped cream. When topping with whipped cream, please measure with your heart. I am so excited to show you the highlight of today's video, an iced coffee bar. This isn't just about having delicious drinks ready for your guests, but it's a tip that allows you to be more present with your guests at your next get-together. Having a self-service bar isn't a unique idea, but the intention of this bar is to help create an experience for your friends to engage with, laugh, and really enjoy. Here's a template to help you see the details of what I put together. You can reuse this template to help make any type of drink bar. I started with a set drink menu and their ingredients. I recommend thinking about your bar in categories: bases, add-ins, flavorings, sweeteners, and toppings. You'll notice I added a couple more items outside of what was needed to allow my guests to have a little fun and get creative. Finally, ice. Flavored ice is definitely trendy right now, but outside of that, and that it looks nice, flavored ice actually helps enhance your beverages. Next, I'll show you how I put together my iced coffee bar step by step. I think it turned out beautifully. Now we're ready for our drinks. Iced vanilla latte. Pump 3 pumps vanilla syrup. Add your iced coffee cubes. Top with milk. Stir, and it's ready. Iced strawberry peach tea with mango pearls. Line your cup with strawberry drizzle. Add your mango pearls. Add your peach ice cubes. Top with your peach iced tea. Stir. Strawberry kiwi lime energy drink. Add your ice. Add your lime wheels. Top with your energy drink. Stir it, stir it. Cold brew with vanilla sweet cream. Add your simple syrup. Add your cold brew. Add your ice cubes. Top with your frothed vanilla sweet cream. Shake, shake that cinnamon powder. Stir, and it's ready.
Okay, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that quick tutorial on the 4 drinks that I made using our coffee bar. What I really liked about the coffee bar that we made, and especially these 4 standard drinks, is there really is something for everyone. So now that I made them, I think I should probably give them a bit of a taste test and enjoy the fruits of my own labor here. So the first drink we made was an iced vanilla latte. Now, iced vanilla lattes are perfect for people who like coffee, but they like it more on the lighter side. So, so good. So it's a little bit sweet. It's definitely creamy. So just think about which of your friends, which of your guests would really enjoy having a vanilla latte. The next drink I'm a huge fan. I definitely think it's the superstar of our coffee bar here. And that's the iced peach tea with mango pearls and strawberry drizzle. I definitely think it looks a bit like a sunrise, which I think is really pretty. So let me give this one a taste. Wow, it totally tastes like a Bellini. I think that's awesome because Bellinis are cocktails, so it's nice to have something that's cocktail X, but not necessarily have the alcohol in it. So I think that's a beautiful and very tasty drink. The next one we have also kind of looks like a cocktail. I don't know what you think, but I think it kind of looks like a Cosmo. So it's such a pretty color. So this is an energy drink. It's strawberry kiwi, and we added some limes to it. Now, I think limes make things look a bit more fancy. So I think that was a really easy touch to this drink, especially for someone who might be using your coffee bar, but doesn't really want something too complicated. So, oh yeah, definitely refreshing. I'm sure I could drink a lot of these and get really, really energized by them. But I'm a coffee girl at heart. I love coffee. And so the last one we made is actually my favorite, which is cold brew. So we topped our cold brew with vanilla sweet cream, and that's such a nice way to add a bit of flavor and a bit of sweetness without over complicating or overshadowing the coffee flavor. So this is definitely for your coffee aficionados. So I topped it with a bit of cinnamon. It's a little touch, but cinnamon tastes so good with coffee. It's definitely a perfect pairing. So, I think I made that really well, if I do say so myself. So these drinks were really to get you started. I think it's nice if you are going to do the coffee bar to have set recipes so people know what to do when they get there. But more importantly, like the reason I came up with this idea or why I think you should do it is it's to create an experience for your guests. 100% I could see my friends talking over this bar, maybe making drinks for each other, and maybe having a bit of a competition to see who makes the best tasting drink. So I hope you enjoyed this
and that these beautiful drinks inspire you to try one of them at your next get-together.
Hey, I hope you had a lot of fun brewing up some happiness with me today. I know that I did. I hope that today you learned a few tips to help you make the coffee moments in your life a little more special. Whether it's for you or for when you have friends over or when you have a big get together, I hope you now know a couple of things that you can do to just make things a little bit more magical, add a little bit more spark, and make yourself and the people around you feel special. I love doing content like this, so if you like these types of videos, I'm full of great ideas, so please join me here every week on Sundays for new content. Please subscribe, please like this video. It means a lot to me to know that you guys are supporting me. So until next week, I hope you have an amazing week that's filled with love, that's filled with happiness and lots of joy. See you.